Hello friends. Do you have a favorite mistake that you keep making over and over, no matter how hard you try to stop? In this video, I'm going to delve into the number one reason people keep making the same mistake and what you can do about it. First off, let me tell you what mistake I'm trying to avoid here. I have halter trained a lot of foals in my years, and it can be a little hit and miss in the outcomes. I wanted to avoid frightening my foal, flipping him over while he's fighting the pressure of the rope, and destroying the trusting relationship that I've been building up with him. So the first thing I did was to start asking myself questions. I thought, now, what could I do differently? What have I done in the past? And what could I try instead? I decided to try using positive reinforcement in the form of carrot treats, as well as using some other natural horsemanship tools, like approach and retreat, soaking time, and body language. Now, if this was you trying to break the habit of, say, stopping at a fast food place when hunger hits and ruining your diet, you might make a plan like always carrying a little cooler, which they call chili bins here in New Zealand. You could carry a little cooler or chili bin in the car with healthy snacks and water, so you have an alternative to choose from when you're feeling that rush of hunger. Okay, the next tip is to give yourself a reward when you stick to your plan. I give little favor lots of rewards, like scratching and petting, which he likes very much, as well as the carrots. If you stick to your plan to eat healthy snacks instead of ruining your diet, give yourself a little reward. It might be putting $10 aside every time you skip the tempting fast food place, and use that money to buy a cute set of gym clothes. Another repeat mistake you might want to avoid is spending over your budget. You need to save your money if you're ever going to escape the matrix. Again, make a plan, and a good tip is to have a 30-day cool-down period to think over any major purchase, and at least a 24 to 48-hour cool-down time before you make minor purchases. So here we get to the number one mistake that people make when repeating mistakes, and that is treating the problem as a one-off event instead of spotting the pattern and identifying the root cause. This is the whole key to breaking the cycle. But how do you identify the root cause? It starts with a question. Start by asking why. Just like an annoyingly persistent child, keep asking why at least 5 times till you dig down to the root cause. For example, if you have tried to lose weight but have failed over and over, start asking why. The first answer might be, because I'm too busy and stressed by my job, so I just grab fast food, and I'm too exhausted to cook or prepare healthy foods or exercise. And then you ask again, why are you too busy and exhausted? Because I'm overcommitted and I have too much on my schedule. Okay, ask why again. Why have I taken on so much that I have no time left to make healthy meals and exercise? And the answer might be, because I want to feel liked and admired for my work I do for other people, my community work, or spending time with my friends. They might not like me if I say no, and I measure my self-worth by how much of my time and energy I sacrifice to others. The thing is, when you start exposing the root cause, and you understand why something is, then you can start asking, How can I change things? How can I spend my hours differently? How can I plan ahead so that certain situations don't occur? I've heard that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over but expecting a different result. No, you can't just keep doing the same thing. You have to do something different. Now, when you've dug down and you found your root cause, you also want to look at things that trigger you into making the same mistake. And those might be emotional triggers, or they might be environmental triggers. You might notice that every time you have an argument with somebody, or you're feeling lonely, or maybe it's boredom, or you're feeling unloved or stressed out, maybe those things trigger you to go to the fast food place or go off your diet, sit and eat a box of biscuits or whatever. Maybe it's the environment, like when you go on holiday, that might be a trigger to overeat, because after all, you only live once, and you want to enjoy your time on holiday, and you can diet when you get back home, things like that. The environment, or maybe it's every time you go to the gas station, you think, oh, I'll just grab a candy bar here and a soda or something. Doesn't really count at the gas station, does it? If you know that certain places trigger you to either spend too much money, or overeat, or eat the wrong food, or to smoke, or to gamble, stay away from those kind of places. Make a list of alternative places that you can go that won't tempt you. Say if you're going on holiday, you could plan a camping and hiking trip, carry what you need on your back, and there is nothing to buy, and you can't eat something that you didn't actually bring along, and plus you're hiking it off anyway, so that's a really good alternative for holiday overeating and overspending. You just have to look at your triggers and plan ahead for how to control that situation, and think, if I'm going to be eating when I'm angry, maybe instead of eating, I'll go for a 20-minute run or climb a hill or something to work off those angry emotions. So remember to ask yourself the right questions. That's the key to getting out of a repeated cycle of failure. Make a plan and do something different. Thanks very much for watching today. God bless you, and until next time, happy trails.